Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Houston Texans. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 20. They're all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ty Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, sir.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Adams on the hook on. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Here we go now.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. on second down, Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. That hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No, check. Patriot!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a quarterback sneak. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
3rd down and goal now. And this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Flex round. Flex round.
Webb now from the gun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down, Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
From the gun on third down, Webb. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. Going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. Over the middle to Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Finding room inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go! What? 90!
A play fake. Now Webb. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Myles Garrett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, it's Webb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And this one is right through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, Can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, Webb. Off the screen pass, that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, But now I got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Back to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go. Green.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 190. 190.
To throw on 2nd down. Webb. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A give to Bell. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
The give is to Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Webb now from the gun. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. So
they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go! 190! 190! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
From the gun, Webb. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again, but sooner or later, you just had to know his luck was going to run out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Webb. Right side caught by Jackson. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
No gain on the play there, second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coaches always talk about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he did knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for the Texans, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next.
I'm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed, calm, moving through these these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Tattoos, that's squad. All of them go, don't try. I walk in room, they eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I been tapped in since I was 6. I tap dance all on them. And your diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Pork CLS for. Drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Clowns really don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like Dre outside. I got the bow side and now lay outside. And if you act bad, I bring the outside. Go and get your money. None of my know some funny. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like, boop. Here. Knew just what it was. The whole but gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win. Yeah. and look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The numbers for Miller in last week's ball game: 12 carries, 68 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 14 carries, 76 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Keenum now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down field and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams...
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Off play action. Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A nice little juke. And Hill running right through it. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now, 1st and 10. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Keenum now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Keenum dumps it complete to Miller. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Keenum. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the heat jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And the ball is knocked out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And Jones has it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll set up a throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Running with Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the...
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up the score.
Now it's Miller across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Out of the gun, Keenum. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Ross to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays...
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete to Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a loose football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one... that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Point after here coming up. The extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Daniels on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Keenum now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Keenum. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. Time for a break. And that is incomplete. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Back to throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brent.
Yeah, for real, my is real for real, I'm in the field for real, I'm about my check for real, I'm about my respect for real, my diamonds are crystal clear, I'm shining from ear to ear, with the paper, see them lames later, can't save her, stepped out, now she saying what she really think, open accounts no matter where we at, there and back, eyes barely open, I never it once and she two, that means it's can't. But my explosive, train to go, my chain it glow. Everything you see I paid for, gang or crow. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare. I'm in the crowd with the mosh pit. I hit the stage in the show. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit. Honestly, I'ma make more hits. Hop in the coupe and I swerve the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets. And they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. Yeah, I'm about to for real. I'm about to cash for real. Shorty got for real. If it's no masses for real, I want that for real. My for real. Running the game, you speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all ain't original, they all sound the same. I stay ballin', money like a faucet. It stay running, I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real, it's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No with burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Don't you when no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like